Welcome back to Sam's Trucks. Tonight we're working on Crunchy. We're not really doing much, mostly just shooting the breeze. But I figured I'd tell you guys the story with this. This truck I bought for, I think it was 400 bucks. This was about a year and a half ago. Really reliable 305 with a 704 cruise control. You know, everything worked. Just a beautiful unit. But we swapped in a 350, blew that up within about 1 month because I was running regular in a premium engine, high compression engine. Then I bought this engine, threw it in here, and also I needed a new throttle bracket, which is somewhere around here, because I built one here for the kickdown for the 704, and those welds are extremely sketchy. So follow along, and it's typical Saturday night goofing around. All right, I've cut myself many times opening these stupid plastic packages. Here's our new 700R4 kickdown cable throttle, you know, bracket tree. It's pretty much just bolts on your carburetor on the back, and I got this on Amazon. Hopefully my good buddies at Checker don't see this because they're gonna get after me for that. As you can see, I've got everything very nicely organized. Whoops, never can seem to find anything around here. Let's be honest though, all those videos on MotoTrend and all those guys got those fancy shops, they have professionals in there cleaning for them at the end of every shoot. I know it. It's true. Someday on Sam's Trucks, we'll be so rich and so successful that we will also have that. Whoops. Look at that. That's a 7mm. Where is American Muscle? You know, the Japanese have a lot of good stuff, but this American Muscle, keep it American, am I right? I know you agree with me. It's just the facts. I like working on Japanese stuff because you always know everything's metric. You're not mixing stuff. That's my little rant about that. I've wrecked many an engine, and I'll tell you guys, the reason I wreck them is because we do big burnies. I tried to fabricate my own kit, and I wasted a day, or had 8 hours. That's 200 and let's say 50 bucks. You just burned when you could just spend $10 and buy this off Amazon. It always pays just to buy the part and wait for the shipping. I don't even know why these are here because I never wear them. Like, let's be honest, who does? I should, I just totally forget. It's always been my dream to push like 600 horsepower of a small block. Right now, we're just working with cast iron heads and the cheap stuff. So you can see here where I got this cotter pin as my throttle control thing. Safety first. We don't like wasting time. Ow. Another thing is here, I've had the 3/8 power one and the 1/4 inch. If you guys are looking to buy one, buy the 1/4 inch. If you're trying to pick, they both have their uses, but the 1/4 inch is definitely a better option. The 3/8 one actually has a lot of torque, and this one, the teeth has a lot finickier, like a lot more teeth on the gear, so it's a lot more finicky. I do like my 3/8, like for whacking out spark plugs and stuff. See, shoot. So now we're gonna try and mount this bad Ricky in here. Something is not right. Okay, so change of plans. I forget how I had it set up. I think the throttle cable was up top. We're gonna take this back apart. Here's the thing, when you're filming in the shop, you can't be playing heavy metal. It just gets in the video, and that's the one annoying thing is about doing YouTube. Us YouTubers, we have it hard. Okay, so we're gonna rip this bad Ricky apart here. So I put this transmission that's good for about 500 horsepower in here, and with a 700R4, if the TV cable is not set perfectly right, you'll just burn it up like instantly, and we don't want to be doing that. We need to get the throttle cable hooked in so that it hooks up here, because that's where the throttle cable goes, and then the TV cable, which is this bad boy right here, is supposed to connect to this down here. Custom hot rodding. Lately I've been watching a lot of Mr. Beast videos. He's my age. He's 24. Okay, so now we've got that on, and we'll figure out where that needs to go. Okay, let's go back there and look rather than jumping ahead here. You know what we'll do, because we can, we'll just clip her in. Don't want to lose a nut. Hoses just everywhere. We want to squeeze every bit of power we can out of this bad boy. So if we're gonna do that, we need to be right there. So I need to just max that out actually. So we got the throttle cable where it needs to go. This is looking pretty slick, if I will say. We've got to get the TV cable bracket where it needs to go. So what I'm going to do here is put these two bolts in like that. My fingers are always cracking. I think if you did start a prepping company, you would be successful at it. Just go to Mexico.
I'm not moving to Mexico.
You don't like Mexico?
I don't like Mexico.
Dude, why?
Why?
Why not?
Why don't Mexicans like Mexico?
If only I could put that stuff in the video. It would immediately get flagged. Surprised I haven't got flagged already for like mentioning Jesus and stuff. Okay, back to the channel here. I'm not gonna lie, this thing does seem a little bit flimsy, but it's fully adjustable, so when we put the big block in here, maybe this summer, maybe it'll be good. Custom. So everything's kind of loose in here, loosey-goosey. So we're just gonna plug it all in and see if it goes where it needs to go here. So this is a Holley carburetor. This here is the TV cable. The TV cable has this button on top that you have to be able to access. See, it's just an endless battle. What we could do is do some custom work here. Okay, back at it. So what we're gonna do now is push this bad boy in through here. Now it's gonna hit those bolts. See, there's always something in the way. That'll clear. Okay, so now we're gonna do something I probably shouldn't do. Not good practice shaving it down right beside your open carburetor.
I have no idea why your engine doesn't run.
Now everyone's seeing why my trucks don't run. Now that looks professional. There. Man, that throttle cable looks way too long. Okay, let's throw this in here. Not good practice to do it. I was just getting it started with the ratchet. It's probably already stripped in the intake anyways. Okay, so that is going to be right there, which is perfect. So that gives us full travel for full throttle. And then this has to clip onto this. Man, this is just slick, man. Why did I not buy this before? Okay, so now I'm going to take it all out and tighten everything up. You know, building hot rods and stuff, you do that a lot. You kind of ignore the stuff you should be working on, and you just, oh, I'm just gonna bolt these cool valve covers on, or oh, I'll just put these plug wires on. When your differential is, you know, about to crap the bed. We almost just swore on Sam's trucks. I think we're ready. Look, she's already bent. That's what I call quality. When you push the throttle pedal and this is bending, that means there's something else that is not properly, you know, on there. So I'm actually pretty impressed with this little gadget though. Like, uh-oh. See, we modified. Now it's not fitting right. So there's that. As you can tell, we've got our dual return springs. Actually, that's something, it's a good idea to have dual return springs, because if one breaks, then you're good. But if you all of a sudden you're well with your buddies for a rip and one breaks and you only have one, all of a sudden you're just full send all the time. I should put a bolt through that. That's just gonna rip right out. Okay, we're gonna do it right. Get that out of there. Also, if you want to be cool, you run single plane intakes, not those weird dual plane looking ones. The single planes always look cooler. You don't get as much RPM out of a dual plane intake as you do out of a single plane. We're just gonna drill the hole in our throttle cable, you know, just at the next size up.
Metal shavings in your engine to make it go fast.
This engine only has like 5,000 kilometers on it, if that. You know, there's just something about the thought of crushing darts while working on your old truck. Maybe in heaven we'll be able to do that.
Using your car bench and ashtray.
Yeah. Whoops, that doesn't look. That's supposed to be loose. I was out, you know, taking out the garbage, and I had lost this like maybe like a year ago, and then I found it beside the dumpster out there in the snow. Right at the right time too. This is how she goes, you know. Lots of times if you lose a light, go look underneath the truck you were last working on, because it's probably under there. I don't know if you guys have ever had this problem, but you're ripping down the road and all of a sudden your throttle cable does this, and you have no throttle. That's the first thing you always check there.
Most people aren't running carbs anymore.
Oh, we're not getting that wide open throttle. See, look at that flex in that thing. That can't be good.
I mean, I called it Hot Wheel metal for a reason.
It's this thing that's making it hard to pull. This needs to come farther forward even.
Yeah.
How can I? Well, I could drill some more holes in it.
Get your safety squint on.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, use your guard on the angle grinder.
Oh. I'm not about guards. I definitely cut that too short. Well, no, it'll work. I just find guards so annoying. So this piece is going to be up on underneath. Bolt on. Then we're going to put this piece on right here, like that. Right there and there. Same thing on this side. Try and get them close. We take it serious.
Sam's a real caliper guy.
So now we'll just punch those holes in, and then we'll figure out how to attach it after. This is the piece that keeps my transmission from burning up. The guys on Amazon on the review said that they also had to modify it to make it work.
Did they say they extended it by about 2 inches?
No,
Well,
but hey, one of these days we'll get on the Motor Trend channel and do like a hot rod or roadkill type thing. That's literally my whole life, is just roadkill in it. Sketchy. Shoot. We're gonna have to shave that down a little bit. Ah. These even have skulls on them. Perfect. Would you look at that? Okay, time for the self-tappers. The moment we've all been waiting for. Told the wife we'd be home by 10. I try not to say the wife. I have a great wife.
well, it better be the wife, or else it's multiple wives, and that's also not good.
So now we're gonna punch it through this one. This is not proper procedure, but it gets the job done. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna take the zip disc and cut those off. Actually combed my hair today. I'm not gonna run it like this forever. I am gonna put actual bolts in here, but this is all we got.
Oh.
I hope that's right. I hope it's actually working down, like down on the transmission side. We could take it for a little test run and take it for a rip. Always check your vacuum lines when you're having, you know, issues down the highway, because more than often you just forgot to put one on. Maybe that's just me that does that, but I do it all the time.
Oh, yep.
So we're gonna check the timing on this with my new timing light here. I wrecked my other one. I accidentally reversed these, and then it fried the timing light. Oh boy. sounds like it's only firing on like 6.
Let's,
You saw a spark there. Okay, well.
yeah, it would hit the exhaust manifold, and then I would see a nice bright flash of yellow.
Yikes. Thankfully we have a full set of plug wires here. MSD, we've got multiple on here. We've got factory Chevy, you know, just lots of stuff. Now we're fixed. According to this, we're just way out of whack. So it's sounding better now that it's warmed up. It might have just been cold. I totally forgot about that. Don't mind the carbon monoxide poisoning here. I don't know, man. That sounds like a good engine to me. So the video's done. You know, we didn't really do much except goof around, modify some parts, and shoot the breeze on a Saturday night. Hey, I had a good time. My filmer buddy had a good time, I hope. I kind of just sucked him into filming, and he did. Thank you, man. Remember, we're doing a giveaway. 50,000 subs by the time that truck's done with the Cummins swap, and I'm going to give it away. Chances are I'm not going to hit 50,000, but hey, I hope we do. Keep shooting the breeze, keep modifying stuff. And this timing light I got on Amazon for cheap. Works great.